Welcome to Qualified Wrestle Hut as we journey back in time to September of 1998 on Monday Nitro as Lord Steven Regal battles his arch nemesis Goldberg in a battle of power and strength to see who is going to be the ultimate ego master. Now, journey with us as we dive into that fateful evening on Monday Nitro.
Standing on the pier, I look to the air, the edge of the world, and hope to ascend beyond these cells.
Welcome to Qualified Wrestle Hut. Today we are talking about something completely different that we're going to decide to do. Maybe talk about some of these matches and our thoughts on like things that have happened in I don't know, I would say just iconic matches, but chaotic matches, and things that we don't really know what went on behind the scenes and what did go on behind the scenes between Lord Steven Regal and Goldberg on Monday Nitro back in 1998. Was this between, a war between two guys with egos? Was this, Steven Regal not wanting the job and Goldberg like, I'm forcing you to job? Or was this just a sort of, mixed up match that people didn't know? Or was this two super egos, King Leonidas and Xerxes? Do we have the God King Goldberg versus the Spartan leader Lord Steven Regal? Now, you're the one who came up with this idea and have a bunch of thoughts on that, so we'll dive into that in a second. But we can clearly see that this match is sort of, with its flaws and its funkiness. So it's really hard to tell if, Goldberg was sandbagging and wanted him to, to job to, or wanted Steven Regal to job to him. And Regal was like, no, this guy's got to go through the ringers. And, because we know he has that old school mentality where you really got to earn your, stars and stripes and get into the business and learn the real way and work like that, work your way up, right? Pay your dues.
Yeah, it's funny because Regal just did like a promotion or a
promo,
promo, like talking about like giving scars. I think it probably gave Goldberg some emotional scars because like this is like the first long match Goldberg had, because usually he just comes in, he spears you, jackhammers you, he wins.
Yeah,
it's always very fast.
Yeah.
But then here he forced them into like a long.
Well, long for him. What was it? 5.5 minutes or approximately.
This was like a long, stiff, and just super hella awkward match kind of thing. Like it's like both people trying to do offensive move all the time, and like nobody wants to sell a blow kind of thing. So,
kind of reminds me of when we did backyard wrestling and I had to wrestle that fatty. I could never get my offense in and I always got my ass kicked. No wonder I have a bad neck now. But yeah, that's exactly right. Like, and it seemed like, people were it seemed like they were getting a little frustrated. And I know Goldberg took a couple stiff kicks to the back, stiff European uppercuts. Regal, give him a little kick to the eye and the shot to the ear, and it did really look like, it's hard to say because Goldberg always did have a sour look on his face to a degree, but it did seem like he was stunned a little bit and maybe he was getting frustrated. It really is hard to tell in wrestling, but there's been a lot of stories over the years circulating about what really happened on that fateful night.
Yeah, for sure. Goldberg looked pissed when he took some of those stiff kicks. Like, what are you doing? Don't you know who I am? I'm Goldberg. I'm king.
Nobody kicks me in the eye and the ear. Who hits somebody in the ear, as Brad Pitt would say. But yeah, let's dive into some of your thoughts on the interesting parts of this match that might not have been, or might have been unnecessary, or might have been frustration or sandbagging.
Yeah, like that headlock takeover. Usually they're like hella smooth, but here it looks like he's taking over a mannequin. He's his body is slowly going up and over. I'm like, holy cow!
It'd be like you trying to give me a headlock takeover if I didn't want to move.
Yeah, he had to really muscle him on over kind of thing. And then I saw some stiff we're twisting neckbreaker where
well, yeah, that was quite awkward. I don't know if Regal even knew what Goldberg was planning. He throws the arm over. Maybe he thinks he's going for the jackhammer then or a suplex. And next thing you know, Goldberg spinning neckbreaker. And Regal's just like, I'll just flop to the ground.
Yeah, I just want to point out some of the awkward moments where Regal grabs the leg and then Goldberg's like not behaving, so he's like, oh, I give up. Let me grab an arm instead. Let me work an arm. Or like when Goldberg trying to pull Regal into the ropes, Regal's like, I'm not running the ropes. He just like stops. He just starts attacking him. I'm like, oh, okay, this is very strange.
I'm not running the ropes. I'm gonna punch you in the gut. Yeah, there was a lot of confusing moments, and that's why I think put a lot of speculation onto this match because it was awkward. It was who knows what really was going on, whether it was Regal trying to teach a lesson or Goldberg getting pissed off, or or was it just Goldberg's inexperience in the ring and being able to handle a free-flowing match like that with someone like Regal, right? Like, it's really hard to know everything for sure, this. So.
Yeah, I recall hearing the rumors back in the day where like Regal got in trouble because like he wasn't supposed to be a long match kind of thing, and then Regal thought like he was supposed to put in like a little bit longer match kind of thing. So like I don't know if there's like some sort of confusion or mix up kind of thing, but we saw a hell of a match there.
Yeah, and it definitely goes down in the annals of history as like, what really happened, here, and exactly, was it just confusion? Was it ego? Was it I'm not jobbing? There's just so many things that it could have been, and we don't know for sure, do we?
And now we know why Regal is part of that Blackpool Combat Club. He jobs to nobody, not even Goldberg.
Not even when he's an old dude, he jobs to fucking nobody. He's like, screw you, Wheeler, I'm not jobbing to anybody. But we do see that, we do know that, Goldberg definitely has a stubbornness to it because we've seen that sort of play out through his entire career.
And I don't know about you, but I didn't realize Regal was so big. Because, he looked similar size to Goldberg. He didn't look much smaller, he's just as big.
He's just kind of he's kind of jelly-like a little bit, for a wrestler. But he definitely does have size to him. But you can still see that now. When you see him beside Moxley, he's still actually bigger than Moxley. So,
big dude.
He's not going down to nobody. So that's our thoughts on the fateful night and on Monday Nitro back in September of 1998. Steven Regal versus Goldberg. What really happened? Let us know, what your thoughts on that. Do you believe in what happened? Was it a shoot? Was it a work? What really happened that night? Let us know if you got any interesting matches that maybe we should dive into and dissect, sort of like I do on my metal channel. Speaking of, that's a great segue. Go down in the links below and check out all my other channels and all that good stuff. Feel free to subscribe, comment, like, all that good stuff. Be a hard dude if you want and give us a thumbs down and tell us we suck, because we don't really give a damn. Anyways, until next time, folks, how about some heavy wrestling?